Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back for another review. Well, actually, it's more of a rant. And it is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Right here, folks. AKA Mortal fucking KRAPBAT. Well, I don't have a lot of time on my vid, so let me catch up to speed here. It's directed by, this time, John Leonetti. Polish and directed the last film, so let's get right into this garbage. Okay, it starts off with the montage of the original film, and now we have Liu Kang, Kitana. Liu Kang and Kitana are back. Liu Kang played by Robin Shao and Felicia Soto. They're back as Earth's heroes who won Mortal Kombat in the last film. Was supposed to keep Earth safe for another dimension, but the Emperor Shao Kahn, played by Brian Thompson, had other plans. So he decides to break the rules of Mortal Kombat because he still wants to take over the world. That's the main plot. Now, I could care less about the subplots in this plot because it makes no fucking sense. This movie makes no fucking sense whatsoever. This movie sucks. This movie's a piece of shit. Oh, and some of the other characters from the original film did come back, but not as the same actors though. We have Sandra Hess, who played Sonya Blade in this film. And then we have Chris Conrad as Johnny Cage, who Lyndon Ashby played in the original film, but didn't come back. I don't blame him. He probably read, and this is my point of view, he read the script that his character was going to get killed off. Johnny Cage was going to get killed off, so he didn't come back. Christopher Lambert, who played Raiden in the first film, did not come back in this one, who was replaced by James Remar. Like I said, James Remar is a cool actor, but I do not buy him as Raiden. He plays Raiden as a freaking... Raiden's kind of a douchebag in this movie. I only see Raiden in this movie as a freaking douchebag. I don't buy him as his character at all. I don't buy any of these fucking characters. I mean, so many characters shoved in. We got characters from Mortal Kombat 3 and 4, all shoved in. There's subplot after subplot after subplot. Too many freaking subplots, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. It's like everything in this movie just happens. It's not explained. Like, for example, like we get a scene in this movie where let's see, after Liu Kang is fighting Smoke. After Liu Kang is fighting Smoke, guess who comes back? Sub-Zero. Yes, I'm like, what the hell is Sub-Zero doing in this movie? I thought he was killed in the first movie. Then it turns out, yeah, the Sub-Zero we see in this film, played by Keith Cook, who's also the guy who played Reptile in the last film. Yeah, so we have Keith Cook and Sub-Zero. And yeah, so I guess the Sub-Zero in the original film was his brother. Okay. And guess who else comes back? Scorpion. What the hell is Scorpion doing in this film? I'm like, what the fuck is Scorpion doing in this film? I thought he was dead in the first one. No explanation on why these guys are back. No fucking explanation. It just happens. You see, then in the next scene, we get Nightwolf for only 5 minutes. And yeah, I realize Subject, Scorpion, and Nightwolf are just freaking cameos. They're just cameos. We see him for 5 minutes, and that's it. Never see him again. We'll never see him again. But I'll tell you, before I get into more ranting, what I do like about this movie, let's see, I like Jackson, Sonya, two of the decent characters and two of the only decent characters and actors in this movie. Yeah, the guy who played Jax is Lynn Red Williams, who happens to be a former competitor of Gladiators. He was on Gladiators, from what I've been told, what I heard. So he was not bad as Jax. He was cool. He was pretty cool as Jax. Yeah. Because Jax happens to be one of my favorite characters of the franchise, too. I love the franchise of Mortal Kombat, don't get me wrong, but this film, let's say this film should have never existed in the first place. This film was an epic fucking failure. Oh yeah, and the villain, Shao Kahn, played by Brian Thompson, is such a fucking horrible actor. Brian Thompson is a horrible actor. No wonder, and if you remember Brian Thompson from the first Terminator as one of the thugs who was picking on Arnold, no wonder why his career was cut short in that film. I mean, no wonder why his role in the Terminator was cut fucking short. Because he fucking sucks. He's a shitty actor. Yeah. And I tell you, I mean, the casting, the writing, everything was just laughable. Everything was just fucking flat. This film contributes absolutely. Want to know what this film contributed to the end of the games in the first movie? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on, but it makes no fucking sense. I could dig the fighting, but man, what a fucking piece of steaming, smelly pile of shit, of horse shit. As I said, I'll explain again. This movie, towards the original film and the video games, contributes nothing. Absolutely nothing. What a fucking waste. And I thought this film was good when I watched it as a kid, but now rewatching it, and this is the shit that you give us? Really? Come on. This is the bullshit that you delivered us? Back in our childhood? I feel like I've been stripped away of my childhood. It's kind of hot. It's water. I know it's kind of hot. I need to cool down, because I'm red hot about this fucking film. I'm red hot about this film, and it's garbage. So, the only things that got right in the movie was Cyrax. Cyrax is the only character that got right in the movie. Smoke, halfway. I mean, the only two decent fight scenes in this movie, so all of the other fights were boring, was, the only fight scenes with that involves Jax. Jax versus Cyrax, I like that one. And I liked Jax versus Motaro. Speaking of Motaro, in my point of view, he was replaced by Kintaro. The other guy with the forearms that looks like Goro, but darker and meaner. I'm thinking Motaro was a replacement of Goro. Then they have other characters like Rain, Shiva, Ermac, Sindel. And the costumes were so fucking bad. The costumes were horrible. Whose fucking idea was to give Motaro, to put some skinny guy playing Kitaro in a horse outfit? Who the fuck's idea was to give Motaro long fucking hair, which is supposed to be bald with a mohawk and red eyes, like in a video game? Whose fucking idea was that? And Shiva looks nothing like fucking Shiva. But I don't give a shit about it. This is my review, okay? Shiva's smoking hot in the video game. I like her in the video game more than this film. What has Shiva done in this film? Nothing. What has any of these characters have done? Nothing. Like Rain, he did nothing except get knocked into a pit of flames by Shao Kahn when he failed to kill Striker and Cabal, who were only mentioned but not seen. And I tell you, I mean, the only thing they did for the only thing Shiva did was die. She was crushed by the giant cage that Katana was held in. That's the only thing they did for her. I mean, a lot of these, they did nothing with these characters. They were just shoved in. Except killed them off. That was about it. Which leads me to Johnny Cage. He was killed like a fucking bitch in the first 10 minutes of the movie. He was killed off in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Johnny Cage is one of my favorite characters, and you kill him off like a fucking bitch. Now, no wonder why Lyndon Lasser did not come back to play his character, because he was going to get killed off in 10 minutes of the movie. And within 5 minutes, they forget about Johnny Cage, within 5 minutes. I mean, and talk about CGI up your fucking ass. CGI up your ass. And as I mentioned earlier, Sub-Zero, Nightwolf, and Scorpion were just cameos. 5 minutes in the movie, never see him again. Never see him again. But anyways, now let's talk about CGI, man. The CGI was fucking horrible. It was up your ass. CGI up your fucking ass. And you know, and that dragon shit was fucking stupid. Who the fuck's idea to put that there? Liu Kang turned into a dragon, Shao Kahn turns into this monster with all these fucking heads. I bet you that's where they pissed away all the fucking money. I bet that's where the money was pissed away. I'm laughing at I'm laughing at Brian Thompson's character, Shao Kahn, was just laughable. It is glorious! I am acting! Fucking retarded, man. I'm like, I bet Shao Kahn yells throughout the movie. He talks like he had fucking marbles in his mouth or something. He's talking like he friggin' had marbles in his mouth or something. I don't know. Man. What is more to say about this movie? It's a piece of shit. The acting sucked. Well, with the exception of Jackson Sonia. The writing was horrible. And man, the director of this movie, he contributed absolutely, as I said before, nothing to the games and the first film. The first film was a hit. I'll give it that. I love Shang Tsung in the first film. He was a straight, serious villain. But this guy, Shao Kahn, don't get me wrong, Shao Kahn's one of my favorite villains throughout the franchise and the video games. But this guy, playing Shao Kahn, was a douche. Fucking sucked. He was horrible. And the women in here are smoking hot. This is I mean, a lot of people didn't like Jade. But Jade does have a sexy body, though. I'll give her that. And Liu Kang passing tests is one of the subplots, really. First one's fighting his Animality, that stupid Animality bullshit, and when Jade appears, half naked and all, his second test is not to give in to temptation. When she was throwing herself at Liu Kang early in the movie, Liu Kang rejects her advances because my heart belongs to another. Katana, really. And then the third test kick. I don't know. I don't give a shit about this movie. What is more to say about this garbage? If there's anybody, if there's anything I left out, let me know. Leave your comments below. So that's my rant on Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Oh, wait. This goes without mentioning that when Raiden goes to tell the other god what's going on, he's like, are you gonna sit back and let this happen? And say, yeah. Like, Shao Kahn's broken the rules, the realms are merging, Outworld and Earth is merging into one. And you know, half of the Earth was fucked up and everything. And what do the other gods sit there and do? Nothing. They say, we're gonna sit back and watch everybody die. And then, you know, Raiden gives up his powers because he knows because, as mentioned, he doesn't have powers in Outworld. He doesn't have any powers in Outworld. I don't even know why I'm rambling on about this fucking movie. I just want to get my thoughts and opinions out. I want to rip this movie to shreds with my thoughts and opinions. And these are it. Yeah, and now, towards the end of the movie, the only decent fight out of the last battle of the movie was Jackson with Haro. That's it. Everything else was boring. Everything else was fucking boring. And, you know, especially Liu Kang and Shao Kahn, fucking boring. And now the other gods appear and finally decides, let's settle this in Mortal Kombat. I'm like, really? Why didn't you do that earlier? Why didn't you do that earlier? You finally say, okay, let's settle in Mortal Kombat after you said, we're going to sit back and watch you die. As Shao Kahn takes over the world. Come on. Okay, so this movie, stay the fuck away from this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, good. Don't fucking see it. It sucks. It's garbage. Watch the first film. In the meantime, speaking of the first film, I'm going to watch the first film to get the bad taste out of my mouth of this shit. So, once again, a shout out to my man Review King MB and Remember Out for Life. And I'm giving this movie, like I said, I like Cyrax. I like smoke, except smoke's supposed to shoot a harpoon, not a fucking missile. Sector shoots missiles. And as explained, there are elements in the Mortal Kombat 3 and 4. Nothing is explained. Shit just fucking happens. It just happens. Nothing is fucking explained. This movie, come on, make it more obvious. And I really hope. And you know what? What can I say? As long as Annihilation exists, as long as Mortal Kombat Annihilation exists, this movie ain't gonna get a moment's rest. This movie will never get a moment's rest from me. It nowhere gets near getting a. It's gonna be. This movie nowhere near gets a pass from me. So Mortal Kombat Annihilation, you're not gonna get a pass from me. You ain't gonna get a moment's rest as long as you exist. So Mortal Kombat Annihilation. John R. Lanetti, fuck you. Fuck you. Go to hell. You piece of shit fucking movie. In the meantime, while you guys enjoy this review, I'm going to go take a crap on this movie. I'm going to go piss on it. I'm going to take a crap on this fucking movie and never exist again. I wish I could do that if it was in separate films. If I bought these movies individually, because if I had this movie in a separate cover, I would go take a shit on it. I would go piss on it, throw up on it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go chat on some pizza and watch the first movie, get the bad taste out of my mouth. So I give this movie 1. It gets 1 fucking star, because the things I liked, I explained that I liked. For that alone, it gets 1 fucking star. The rest of the movie fucking sucked. It was piss poor. So let me know what you think. If you hate this movie just as much as I do, as always, leave a comment below and what you think. And until next time, peace.